Morning, bro. Oh shit, voice crack. We said, how's it going? I'll turn up my face cam. Hang on. Morning, bro. Oh shit, voice crack. We said. I'm just going through it now. Let me just. What is it doing? Okay, there we go. There we go. Should be able to see me now. Oh. Let's hit the London session. I actually haven't even started my analysis on NQ yet. I'll do that in a second. Should be heading up to Asia High. Alright, let me take a look now. I've just got my Black Ops 6 in the background. You know what, let me get rid of that. So taking out this buy side here. Is this the unicorn you were talking about? 5 min. Oh no, it's here. Let me get rid of all these drawings. Redo everything. Okay, I'll get rid of this. Actually, let me put it back. And I'll put these candles aren't candling right now. I need to be a bit more sped up at this point. Oh. Oh. I went to sleep so early yesterday. I went to sleep at like 8:30. Bro, my screen time has been crazy. My eyes are probably shattered. If I ain't sleeping, I'm looking at a screen. That's the problem. But let's see what we get today though. I'm gonna go and take this short-term high. Yo, Vera, what's going on, man? Good morning, K. Morning, K. And then we're also coming in to tracing into a discount. Bro, connect. I don't think it'll go all the way to the Asia high. I think we could get some decent shorts here. Because like you said, we also have that higher time frame. Short-term high, which got swept. So you see right here. Could be right here, the 5-minute uni. This is a very clean unicorn. We could be filling in some of these bearish gaps here as well. So we're going to be patient. Wait for short-term high to get taken out. Have I got PayPal? Yeah, I got PayPal. I got everything. But whenever I do big transactions on it, they take hella fees. So fuck PayPal. Hella people be doing shady shit on PayPal, bro. I'm installing this Black Ops 6 shit as well. Probably the biggest mistake of my life. But it'll be better than me sat on social media because I'm kind of cooped up inside all day. There's only so much back testing I can do, you know. I need a break from the charts. That's the thing, trading is different to that studying. And then studying, I'm just not going to do that. Fuck that. And I haven't... The thing is, yeah, I want to make content where I'm going around. Like, I'm trading and then I'm going out and doing stuff. If that means I'm going to college. But then that also means, like, if I ain't at college and I ain't going out, I'm not going to just show you guys what I do at home. That was the whole point of the week in the life. So, you know, I ain't going to upload until I get some decent content. Which will come this weekend, don't you worry. Unless you, man, want me to put some COD gameplay in on me just fucking around with my friends. Actually, no, that's shit. I don't want to put gaming on. Let me know how Black Ops is. Sometimes I play games to avoid managing my trades. Yeah, I hear that. I don't know about Black Ops 6. I've heard some bad things. But at the end of the day, COD is a new game. So it's going to be alright the first time. If you have a few games, then I'll probably get sick of it. Latest trends, man. You probably were a Black Ops 2 veteran, mate. I first played Black Ops 2 when I was 5 years old. That was the first video game I ever played. Apart from like Mario and that on like a Nintendo Wii, I had a PlayStation 3, which is just in the back of my room, and I played Black Ops 2 when I was at reception, and then in year 1 I played GTA 5 when that came out. Okay, cool. So I can pass fun in the camp for you, get past you go for training live fun go. Yeah, maybe, man, but at the moment I'm focused on these ones. We're cooking up. I did take some chunky losses yesterday, but yeah, we're cooking, bro. The thing with these top step accounts is that if you, wow, that is a sharp displacement. Have we got any news this weekend? I mean today, not this weekend. I haven't even checked. Wednesday today. We got Euro all day. Red news later on. Okay, that's fine. In my way. On an account also in the week. Nice, man. Let me put some tunes on you to wake up. I'm gonna play from my speaker. Let me turn this shit out, Rico. Rico, turn that shit out, boy. I can't lie, this like "Call Me Maybe" song's been it's been stuck in my fucking head. I need to get it out. I hope it don't copyright my ass.
I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans.
This song was a banger back in the day, bro.
Where you think you're going, baby?
Hey, I just met you. This is crazy.
But here's my number.
And violins in the background, bro.
It's hard to look right with your baby. But here's my number.
Let me know if it's too loud, I'll turn it down.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number. So call me maybe. And all the other boys try to chase me. But here's my number. So call me maybe. You took your time with the call. I took no
Oh, I
time
need to
with
play that David Guetta song. This one is a fucking
I'm a therapist
banger.
who goes to therapy, and some people think that's strange. The thing is, though, therapists are human beings just like you. If you've
Shut
been
up,
thinking,
woman. Okay, this one's a banger.
Yes, I can see you. 'Cause every girl here wanna be ya. Oh, she's a diva. I feel the same and I wanna meet her. They say she low down. It's just a rumor and I don't believe them. They say she needs to slow down. The baddest thing around town. She's nothing like a girl you've ever seen before. Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood. I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. The way that booty moving, I can't take no more. Have to stop what I'm doing so I can pull her close. I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. Damn girl.
You gotta do what you gotta do to wake up. Yo, what's going on, DHT Slayers, man? What's going on, man? I don't even like the main bit. I like this bit of the song, where it's just like the beat. I like hollow keyboard in the background. I like that bit. I don't even like the main bit.
They say she low down. It's just a rumor, I don't believe her. They say she needs to slow down. The baddest thing around town. She's nothing like a girl.
But we just being patient right now.
Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood.
We've had a nice sweep for the short-term high, and we've taken out these buy stops. We haven't displaced properly yet. Yeah, no, we've taken out buy stops now, stuck that short-term high. Hopefully move further down. Oh, that old. Oh, that was the wrong spelling. The young ones won't know about this banger. They will not know about this one.
Bring the action.
When you hear this in the club, you gotta turn the shit up. You gotta turn the shit up. You gotta turn the shit up. When we up in the club, all eyes on us. All eyes on us. All eyes on us. See the boys in the club, they watching us. They watching us. They watching us. Everybody in the club, all eyes on us. All eyes on us. All eyes on us.
I wanna scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh. I wanna scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh.
You are now rocking with Will I Am in.
Britney, bitch.
We've also swept this minor buy side here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bring the action.
Rock and roll. Everybody, let's lose control. All the bottom, we let it go. Going fast, we ain't going slow. No, no, hey, yo. Hear the beat, now let's hit the flow. Drink it up and then drink some more. Light it up and let's let it blow, blow, blow. Hey, yo. Rock it out, rock it now. If you know what we talking about, burn it up and burn down the house, hey, yo. Turn it.
This one was so cold.
I knew I was underwater. I just didn't realize I was this underwater. If you're stressed about your paper, just get Grammarly. It's free.
Oh, it's just gonna piss me off. So we have now sharply displaced lower. So we've sharply displaced lower, swept that short-term high, we've taken out buy stops. Now let's see if we can get in on this 1 minute bearish. Where is this next candle? I have no idea. Has my Wi-Fi just crashed? Okay, it just didn't show up for 10 seconds. Lovely. But this is quite a clean, got a nice clean setup here. NY buy side got taken. We got minor buy side which have been taken. Nice sharp displacement to the downside. So let's see if we can catch sign. I'm surprised some of you guys are awake. It's so early right now. And that gap has now... Oh, it hasn't even... Has it closed up? No, it's still there. We take this. What does it mean it's rejected it? The fuck? Huh? market order 2 units, please. Now the entry's fucked again. Oh my fucking god. Well, I've got in on my 20k as well, so it's fine. But my trader rate is now being spasticated. What is it doing? Why is it just rejecting my orders on TradeAvate? But okay, sure. Do that then. But it's a nice clean setup. We've got TP1 at this level here. Put it to the left. And then TP2 here. And then final TP at HSL side. Get rid of this. Put this at the buy stops. Alright, we're taken out. Lovely. No, yes, no. Maybe down here could have been a lot sharper displacement than here. Okay, so we're taken out for 4, 5, 5, 5. Oh, we haven't even been taken out for more than, that's like hardly anything. That wasn't even 10 points, that was like 7 points. So that is calm. That's like hardly anything for the 20k. And my live account. So not to worry, fellas. It's all under control. We'll just go in with half position size for the New York session, which is in 6 hours. 6 fucking hours. That's calm. But this probably would have been a lot cleaner displacement.
One moment to another, a world to be discovered, and now it's my turn to fly. Let this be the last time I say goodbye. I love Tokyo, never been. See, I'm looking for somewhere that my journey could begin. Now, maybe Cairo, wouldn't talk Berlin. What I know is I ain't leaving.
Maybe it is coming from the Asia High. Love to everyone who liked the live. Appreciate it. I don't know why it's rejected my market order though. Maybe I hit daily stop yesterday. That might be why.
Hey, Ibiza, give me the groove. I'ma party till I black out and wake up in Cancun. Sleep in Seattle, land the next move. I'll be having a ball over in Iron Aperture. Now we're on a trip around the world. Let's make it wonderful. To go from one moment to another. To know that a world to be discovered. And now it's my turn to fly. Let this be the last time I say goodbye. The last on the dance floor. Round the world like a merry-go. The last on the dance floor. Round the world like a merry-go. The last on the dance floor. Round the world like a merry-go. The last on the dance floor. Round the world like a merry-go. New York City, London town. There's a moment somewhere out there. You never know what's waiting outside your window. I'm taking off, lifting the I'm taking lifting the to go from one moment to another. To know that a world to be discovered. And now it's my turn to fly. Let this be the last time I say goodbye. The last on the dance floor. Round the world like a merry-go. The last on the dance floor. See, round the world like a merry-go. The last on the dance floor. Round the world like a merry-go. The last on the dance floor. Round the world like a merry-go.
I wonder if you could have multiple evaluation accounts. That'd be pretty cool. Along with a real funded on top step. That's what I'm just trying to find out right now. Any song requests that you guys want me to listen to? Your favorite song, your favorite porn film.
Get 10 kilograms of hand luggage included and book
On
now
board.
with jet2.com.
Like the legend of the phoenix, all ends
This
with
song's old as shit.
beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Look. We've come too far to give up who we are.
There's no one up right now in my house, so the Wi-Fi is actually pretty quick right now.
And up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get. 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 We're up all night to get lucky. 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 She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky.
Oh, it's doing my head in now. Search up some melodic beats. No, okay. See, there's only smooth things here. There's already sound shit. I'm dead.
Wow, I just built the most amazing workflow on Monday.com.
You build your own workflow? Why? There are a bunch of amazing pre-made templates you can just choose from.
Nah, I'm a custom-made type.
Shut up. Oh, the guitar ones are so ass. They all just sound the same. Why aren't any of the producers why can't they just be different? It's just the same shit. There we go, this one sounds alright. No, it's shit, okay, well done mate. You were starting off well and you fucked it. Dead. Oh, this looks kind of cold though. Yo, where do I find this photo? Where do I find this photo? I need to search this up. search up the fucking song. I'll just like it. Alright, the hard photo, but the beat is shit though. This one sounds alright. Come on, paper out, Empire. Give me something good. This isn't even paper out. Key Glock. Shit. People really don't know paper out like that. Maybe 11 minutes version of this. It's cold.
CB on the beat,
Wasted, GTA love, bitches wasted, wasted. I'm on these drugs, I feel wasted, wasted. Get her off my mind when I'm wasted, wasted. I waste all my time when I'm wasted, wasted. GTA love, bitches wasted, wasted. I'm on these drugs, I feel wasted, wasted. Get her off my mind when I'm wasted, wasted. I waste all my time when I'm wasted, wasted. She do cocaine in my basement. I'm a doctor, but I'm running out of patience. She told me that she's trying to get closer to Satan. She be talking to him when she in the Matrix. Damn, why is she so demonic? She Medusa with a little Pocahontas. She been lacing up my drugs or something. Every time that we together, I'm unconscious. Hold up, let me be honest. I know I saw her put the perks in my chronic. Smoke it till my eyes roll back like the old man. Just another funeral for her. Goddamn. Wasted, GTA love, bitches wasted, wasted. I'm on these drugs, I feel wasted, wasted. Get her off my mind when I'm wasted, wasted. I waste all my time when I'm wasted, wasted. GTA love, bitches wasted, wasted. I'm on these drugs, I feel wasted, wasted. Get her off my mind when I'm wasted, wasted. I waste all my time when I'm wasted, wasted. She do cocaine in my basement. I'm a doctor, but I'm running out of patience. She told me that she's trying to get closer to Satan. She be talking to him when she in the Matrix. My eyes closed, hoping this ain't make believe. And she don't know that all her demons live in me. Yeah, I don't know, don't know what she been on. I don't know all that lean I sip on. I don't know all the shrooms I trip on. See the room, but I can never see her. She in hell, so I won't never see her. Wish her will, I know I'll never see her. Now watch me pour it, one cup, but we don't got no friends. I'm a open door, I ain't have to let her in. She ain't take my heart, but she took my medicine. At least I'm ready to take it. Hate to waste it. Hey, I'm cruising and perusing. I just made love to a Peruvian. Hey, I was going crazy, you knew this. Brothers hate me, betray me, Judas. Hey, pull up in my new thing, vibing. Hey, I can see the sun, the horizon. She say we got a horizon. Yeah, yeah. Pull out new thing, Batman. Bruce Wayne kicks, Liu Kang bitch. My name. Hey, look how your bitch give me brain. Hey, she say it's all for the chain. Yup, hey, 500K no chain. Prince no purple rain. I ain't really throwing no shade. Bad bitch, she gon' go both ways. I'ma turn the bull like a page. Pull up on the scene, they gay. Man, they'll click, clack, pound, make day. Money in my safe. Oh, yeah, run up on me, you go. Yeah.
R. Kelly, I piss. Tell your homie rest in piss. Blackout like eclipse. Hey, suck a dick. Boy, freaking suck a clip. Hey, brand new Glock. I can't wait to use it. Hey, ain't making love. Bitch, I'm making music. Yeah. Hey, pull up in that new thing. Feeling like I'm Bruce. Run up, get my tool. Hey, I'm gon' let it loose. I don't fuck with niggas. Catch me right around with a noose. All these niggas lying, bitch. I'm right around with the truth. Yeah. Hey, change the weather when I put my wrist up out the window. Say you wanna fight, I'm linking up, send me the info. I'm gon' beat your ass and probably put it on my demo. I'm gon' murder the pussy like I do instrumentals. She gon' give me the head, I really love her mental. Break her back in the bed and I look like the bed broke. I'm gon' go like Kobe, baby, you know that I score. Bitch, I'm a giant, feet 5'4". Rolly came from London, different time zone. Remember I was trapping, stealing iPhones. Then I just put a new game in my home. Baby just told me that he on the way. Bring my money, they hating on me, right? They hating on me. I'm skating on the beat. They hating on me. They waited on me. You ain't waited on me. You ain't hold me down. No, so why you think that I'm your problem? They hating on me, right? They hating on me. I'm skating on the beat. They hating on me. They waited on me. You ain't waited on me. Catch me with them rough riders. Catch me with them suiciders. Wasted. GTA love, bitches wasted. Wasted. I'm on these drugs, I feel wasted. Wasted. Get her off my mind when I'm wasted. Wasted. I waste all my time when I'm wasted. Wasted. GTA love, bitches wasted. Wasted. I'm on these drugs, I feel wasted. Wasted. Get her off my mind when I'm wasted. Wasted. I waste all my time when I'm wasted. Wasted. Yeah, hey, bitch, hey, catch me with the rough rider. Yeah, hey, well, catch me on the beat, homie. Let's be honest, I'm coolin' with Cheryl, we hear voices in the darkness. I ball like I'm Kobe, baby, you know I'm a Spartan. Bitch, I'm not from Earth, so she been fucking on the Martian this whole time. Touchdown on your bitch, that's the goal line. Dough up, Hennessy like a gang sign. You dig? Best believe I bang nines. You dig? Whoa, I'm in the kite, toady. She wanna fuck, okay. Pull up on him, gun. On the scene, Dolce, Cabana. I'm finna fucking your mama. President feel like Obama. AK on me like Osama. Fuck nigga don't want no problem. They been stealing my flowers since I was a young one. You ain't think I peep shit. What you think I'm a dumb one? I could dish you if I wanted. I got info. Pillow talking, use a dummy, use a dumb hoe. Saying you wanna address me while you frying, bro. You know I be with no limit, we be gunning, bro. Ay, that little bitch my daughter, I be sunning hoes. Ay, run up, let it chopper go. I love a nigga like back home. Lately I been getting my racks on. Flipping them packs on. I'm a fucking bitch in the back, oh. Now I love a nigga like back home. Lately I been getting my racks on. Fans tryna fuck with a rat on. I'm fucking bitch from the back, oh. I turn it into fractions, I turn it into a fraction. He said you wanna get crackin', nigga, we could get it crackin', yeah. I turn it into fractions, I turn it into a fraction. He said you wanna get crackin', nigga, we could get it crackin', yeah. They say I'm a sad boy, money sad too. Ay, blue flakes, I'll be glad to. Ay, my ex bitch, why you mad, boo? Well, let me know so I can tell. For that bitch, you know I don't do kissing. Tell, let the chopper spell. Yeah, I know I'm the man. Yeah, rolling off a Zayn. Yeah, took a trip to France. Yeah, just to say I did it. Yeah, here we go. Every day's a different fall out like a tooth. I hear money in the news. Chopper on me, what it do? Yeah, I put that to your medulla. Versace on me like Medusa. I'm finna fuck on my tutor. Niggas beefing on computers. I cannot be for the loser. Any, many, money, mo. Nigga, your hoe is a chooser. All I know is get the dough. You know I'm never a loser. Hey, winner, winner, winner. No, I'm not a loser. 19, richer than these old niggas. Hopped out the freezer. I feel like a cold nigga. Shouts out to Freesia. DBZ, I'll beat ya. Squeak in, I delete her. Ball like Derek Jeter. Whooping up that white boy like Justin Bieber. Yeah, Rackets, all day. Yeah, new gun, I got my tag. Yeah, yo ho, she go. She next. She know. I'm up next. Hit her with that rock star. Status. Run over my gun, automatic. Ay, you don't want no smoke, want no static. Ay, shopping bags, if I see it, gotta have it. Ay, came a long way from listening to Paramore in my basement skating. Now I'm up in Hollywood, other rappers hating. Run on, let that chopper go, it be masturbating. All I know is get the cash wasted. Ay, GTA love, bitches wasted. Ay, I'm off these drugs, I feel wasted. Ay, GTA love, bitches wasted. Yeah, ay, I take these drugs, I feel wasted. Ay, GTA love, bitches wasted. Yeah, ay, off of these drugs, I feel wasted. Yeah, ay, look at all the time I wasted. Ay, GTA love, bitches wasted. Ay, GTA love, wasted. When I'm taking these drugs, wasted.
CB on the beat, ho.
Taylor about the fucking flex.
Half of the day, money's on my mind. Wait here, no me on you, my slime. Taking these drugs, you know I'ma be high. You fuck you with my ops and you claim to ride. Fuck that nigga, soon die. No caps or no lies. Big Mac with some fries. I won't hesitate to shoot twice. Half of the day, money's on my mind. Wait here, no me on you, my slime. Taking these drugs, you know I'ma be high. You fuck you with my ops and you claim to ride. Fuck that nigga, soon die. No caps or no lies. Big Mac with some fries. I won't hesitate to shoot twice.
I'm that young Marley nigga, I switch flows like a river. I got lean up in my liver, no Jimmy, I won't hit him. None of these niggas ain't realer, bitter. Why men owls, I'm a winner. Now let me show you a real hitter. My nigga, he really had a mash in the dinger. And I can switch floors for ages. Turned up gang, yeah, we soon on your playlist. Hear this one and I bet they replay this. Black, white things, nah, B, I ain't racist. Bro overseas and he moves both races. Come like twins, cause they got two faces. Can't trust none, you can't ride this wave, bitch. Snakes on the grass, now they step on the pavement. Gelato or haze, nothing else, I'm blazing. Trying to be top 5 buying Canadian.
Half of the day, money's on my mind. Wait, here, no me on you, my slime. Taking these drugs, you know I'ma be high. You fuck you with my ops and you claim to ride. Fuck that nigga, soon die. No cats or no lies. Big Mac with some fries. I won't hesitate to shoot twice. Half of the day, money's on my mind. Wait, here, no me on you, my slime. Taking these drugs, you know I'ma be high. You fuck you with my ops and you claim to ride. Fuck that nigga, soon die. No cats or no lies. Big Mac with some fries. I won't hesitate to shoot twice. I'm rolling, money first, no strolling. Trap hard, no boasters. Need this, you hold it. They couldn't believe it. Trap hard, then we pull every season. Fake love, that shit is deceiving. Free him, they got him freezing. I spit the truth, I don't hide no lies. He fuck with us, gotta aim my slime. It was me in the back trying to take his life. And I smoked that pack, you know I'm high. So much flows in my mind, I mastered it. I see it up and I blasted me. Half of the day, money's on my mind. Wait, here, no me on you, my slime. Taking these drugs, you know I'ma be high. You fuck you with my ops and you claim to ride. Fuck that nigga, soon die. No cats or no lies. Big Mac with some fries. I won't hesitate to shoot twice. Half of the day, money's on my mind. Wait, here, no me on you, my slime. Taking these drugs, you know I'ma be high. You fuck you with my ops and you claim to ride. Fuck that nigga, soon die. No cats or no lies. Big Mac with some fries. I won't hesitate to shoot twice.
I'm a DVE, we came from the streets. Nigga. I just put a foe, fan of peach. I'm a DBE, we came from the streets. We done got it out the mud, oh, we know it's easy. Hey, I ain't liking boy, packing heat. Hey, it's your bitch, I turned you to a freak. Hey, I'm a DBE, bitch with tone chops. All up on the billboard, we came from the block. I remember I was broke, now I rock Gucci socks. Bando baby 20, now gon' let that Ruger pop.
So much perky on my body, it don't work on me. I know some niggas in my city wanna murder me. I got rich and now I see these niggas turn on me. And now it's really burning me, I'm chilling in some burgers. My nigga call body, I'm Fairfax, he add that. Drugs up in my body, all the drama, I can't hear that. Draco on the body like designer, he gon' wear that. Wear my AP on my rollie, I compare that. And I'm still up in my kitchen, I can make a brick flip. Really got me feeling like a misfit. I was Phoenix and he flexing, my hitter bring the tech in. Tell that bitch her pussy impressive.
I'm a DBE, we came from the streets. We done got it out the mud, oh, we know it's easy. Hey, I ain't liking boy, packing heat. Hey, it's your bitch, I turned you to a freak. Hey, I'm a DBE, bitch with tone chops. All up on the billboard, we came from the block. I remember I was broke, now I rock Gucci socks. Bando baby 20, now gon' let that Ruger pop.
If she ain't got no rollie, she ain't one of us. Share her location with me and she does not fuss. She needs some ecstasy to see her through the night. From LAX, I just put that bitch on a flight. Bando 29, the Ruger goes ski ski. One green light and that's your funeral. Ski ski. Diamonds Aquafina, call them Aquafina. OT, trapping out a B&B. Ski ski. Little London nigga made a 30 rips. Little London nigga from the mud, can't change. I'm a bad French, you're a puck for my main thing. Percocets,
I'm a DBE, we came from the streets. We done got it out the mud, oh, we know it's easy. Hey, I ain't liking boy, packing heat. Hey, it's your bitch, I turned you to a freak. Hey, I'm a DBE, bitch with tone chops. All up on the billboard, we came from the block. I remember I was broke, now I rock Gucci socks. Bando baby 20, now gon' let that Ruger pop. Throwing them off.
Yo, Max, what you saying, bro? Not much, man. Just chilling. Back testing. Waiting for fucking Black Ops 6 to install.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
I'm ballin', so I put some diamonds on my fist. Punch you in your
Nice,
mouth,
what
leave
new
diamonds
cost
on your
cuts?
lip.
£70,
Salary
bro.
rock,
£70.
pressing the block, sliding your block, depressing my ops, counting all this money, getting used to having it. My wallet costs more than what I used to having it. Hey, yo, Pierre,
It'll
do
be
you
fun.
wanna come in here? I got lots of girls and I got lots of drugs in here. In my studio, it feels like it's a club in here. Bitches fucking by the double, ain't no dub in here. Diamond shining, I feel like I got the sun in here. Shooters around me, who you think you signing here? I take a Fanta and I put some mud in there. You say you got a party, I might pop up there. You a cup, your main bitch, fuck me like I'm Papa Bear. You the type to wild out when the cops are there. I'm fun to trap my pants and all my pots are there. I'm going fast, who you think you stopping here? I'm ballin', so I put some diamonds on my fist. Punch you in your mouth, leave diamonds on your lip. Salary rock, repressing the block, sliding your block, depressing my ops. Yeah, just give me a minute, just give me a minute. I'ma hit it and quit it. You need some drink, plug gon' pull up in a minute. Just give me a minute, just give me a minute. Yeah, dressed up in designer, give me a minute. Just give me a minute, just give me a minute. Get $100 line up, give me a minute. Just give me a minute, just give me a minute.
Give me a minute, the coupe is tinted, ninth ending. It's time to go get it. I used to be trapping pigeon, now I push start and crank the engine. Wrist on frigid, glisten, listen. 100 round drum with the biscuit. Lottie, dottie, put on Molly, fuck on top of the Rari. Python outer, sitting on forges, right baby powder. I think the plug kept me alive. My uncle cooking up dope in front of my eyes. Boy, you open the door, go get the fire. She on the perk, now it's a vibe. I get the bag, it's automatic. She on the attic. I got some cash inside the mattress. I got more in the attic. I'm high fashion like I imagine. Look at my status. Look at the mathematics. Look at the baddest. All made of plastic. I bet this money gon' last me. I stay in my lane, I don't crash it. Wake up, little nigga, you lacking. Jump in the phone and pass.
So I put some diamonds on my fist. Punch you in your mouth, leave diamonds on your lip. Salary rock, repressing the block, sliding your block, depressing my ops. Yeah, just give me a minute, just give me a minute. I'ma hit it and quit it. You need some drink, I gon' pull up in a minute. Just give me a minute.
I can start using more ICT concepts. Yes, I did, bro. A lot more.
Just give me a minute, just give me a minute. Get $100 line up, give me a minute.
It is good.
Give me a minute, just give me a minute.
He asking for some walk, got some bitches at my home. They cooking on the pot, know some niggas in the A. Still trapping out the spot, and we robbing all you niggas. We taking off your top.
Okay, this is the one thing I do not like about Trade Zeller. It bugs out so much like this. Fucking hell, man. This is why I stopped using this shit, bro. I only use it to look at my charts, cause mate, it just bugs out like this. It's not even. And then if you reload, restart the whole Trade Zeller, then when you go hop back on it, all your charts will be reset. So like if you've got different color candles, you have to do that again. Different color horizontal ray, you have to do that again. Your Fibonacci, oh my god, that's such a pain in the ass, bro. Oh my fucking god, I can't be dealing with this right now. Should watch ICT video called One Training Setup for Life. Send in the Discord, bro. I'll take a look. Is it good? Do you use that? Don't know why it's saying it's 1:30 to 6:30 when that just isn't. Or maybe it is. see what I mean? Fucking trade seller is so shit. Holy mother of Jesus. Start to lose my patience with this shit. No, look, I'm gonna have to reset the whole thing. Is it my Wi-Fi? Nope, it's not my Wi-Fi, it's TradeZello. Okay. Hey man, GG's bruh. Fucking shit. I try not to swear, man, but honestly, it's just stuff like that is so aggravating. Just not asked. The last thing I need right now is my backtesting software to not even place trades. It's so scuffed.
We all out of time. Disrespect owls and I'm coming right back. I can.
The faster your company grows, the tougher it is to support your
It's not
customers.
even signing in.
Unless you have AI-powered tools to supercharge your service department.
And that's why we use HubSpot.
As it is, they already lost all my backtesting data. I'll give up, man. Fucking hell. Just tired, man.
Driving solo, I'm just swerving through my ends. When I'm sober, I just don't like who I am. Pull me up before and I feel like myself again. Roll me up some dope and I feel like myself again. I'ma break every box they try to put me in. I got a lot of enemies who used to be my friends. Pull me up before and I feel like myself again. Roll me up some dope and I feel like myself again. I was sober for an hour, but I'm rolling off a bean now. The drugs, they give me confidence, I'm saying what I mean now. The Xannies help me slow up, the lean, they help me speed down. Ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', I won't hit it if she beat now. Calling, yeah, she calling, your bitch got me on the speed dial. Driving through the wrecks, I look at faces, don't see no smiles. It's grimy in the six, who can I trust, I never know now. Sprite is extra dark, now my doggy in the dog pound. They say I'm on the come up, but I've been on the calm down.
Don't use TradeZello. There's my recommendation. Don't use TradeZello. Full of fucking bugs. It's like you live in a cornfield in the middle of Asia. Hella bugs. Hella bugs. Hella animals. Just hella bugs everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Flies everywhere. It's never a normal day. There's always something wrong with TradeZello. A few weeks ago, I couldn't. It wasn't even saying it was a real thing. It was just saying 404 page error.
My teachers told me I wouldn't be shit. Diamonds in my pinky look like water, make me seasick.
Who's the guy who made it? Umar Ashra. Umar Ashra, this is a message to you, my friend. Fix TradeZello. It's wank. It's only good for reading how many trades are taking.
Driving to the west, I popped the bean and now I'm speeding. Know some people in the six that diss me for no reason. Sending shots, they sending shots, I know I never see them. Taking L's, they taking L's, I never wanna be them. Got your bitch beside me, she just asked me what a bean is. Put a number in my phone and you know how to lead. Driving solo, I'm just swerving through my ends. When I'm sober, I just don't like who I am. Pull me up before and I feel like myself again. Roll me up some dope and I feel like myself again. I'ma break every box they try to put me in. I got a lot of enemies who used to be my friends. Pull me up before and I feel like myself again. Roll me up some dope and I feel like myself again.
I'll look at that video then.
Always a constant. That's the thing that a lot of new traders and those that are struggling as a break-even trader lose sight of. It's a matter of knowing what to look for and when. It incorporates market profiling, and that is not market profile in the sense that we're using like VWAP and things like that. We're talking about schematics, things that I've taught and have shared publicly on this YouTube channel. You can find that information in the core content where I'm dealing with specific day profiles. The topic would be under day trading. And I cover a lot of this stuff also when I'm talking about specific market reviews. And I understand that many of you may be new, okay, and you want a 1, 2, 3 easy get me in and get me out pattern, and I've already produced all that. Okay, it's on the YouTube channel. But for the folks that really want to find a lot more setups or not be limited to a one-trick pony, not that that's a bad thing because the 2022 model is excellent. The optimal trade entry pattern is excellent.
The sales CRM that keeps you on track. Pipedrive, driving business growth.
So when I talk about these areas in the marketplace tonight, and I promise we will not be here against TradingView, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to find the equivalent, and I don't know what that would be for you, okay? I chose TradingView because my community said go to TradingView when I left MT4. So we're all here now, and I don't know what it's going to cost you. I don't have an affiliate program with TradingView. I get no money for it if you subscribe to it, and I don't know what the amount of membership would be to allow to get that. I don't know, okay? So give me the liberty and latitude to be able to talk freely, and you're going to have to work that on your own. But this toggle from RTH to electronic trading hours, ETH, okay, one or the other is going to be utilized. If we're going to be looking for PM session ranges, it's always going to be into previous day. The time window, the amount of time that you're looking inside of, what price range, what high are you looking at ICT, which low are you looking at ICT, regular trading hours, it cuts out all the overnight trading. The algorithm, once we start trading regular trading session hours the next day, it's going to refer back to these specific times and what liquidity exists above and below it. So if we're bullish and we're trading near the opening in this little orange line here that's going to be in every slide, that denotes the 9:30 opening bell. You know, when everybody's on CNBC and they clap their hands, that's when the opening bell occurs for the stock indices and stock market. Now, obviously, they're trading all night long, but that opening window starts that opening range for the next 30 minutes. Where will that usually run for? The high or low? If you're bullish and we take out the PM session low, where it's going to be sell side below that, that's wonderful, because if it's bullish and we have a higher time frame premise that's expecting the market to go higher, how do we know that? That's what I've been teaching you. When I do my reviews or I do my commentary, or if I'm pointing to something on Twitter, if you're not following me on Twitter, you're really missing out, because I'm doing a lot of information there in like real short, succinct manner. I'm taking your attention to right then and there. Today I did it, and a lot of people actually followed it, and it's not to be used as a signal service, but I'm calling things live there, drawing your attention to it so that way you can study it in real time. But if you're bullish and the market drops down below PM session lows, notice that this low here and this low here, that's encapsulated inside of the 1:30 to 4 o'clock New York local time. So below those relative equal lows, there's sell side liquidity. It's really simple. It's simple, isn't it? When you go through the process of listening to me and doing the things I tell you to do, and I justify why you should do all these things, that's the boring parts. The folks that have started making real money, 6 figures, payouts, okay? Doctor salaries in a month or less. That stuff comes by listening and practicing and going into their charts and not taking my word for it, but going in and seeing if the things I'm saying are indeed true. This logic, if we're bullish, we'd like to see sell side taken. Why? Because that means that smart money would accumulate those sell side liquidity and absorb it for their buy side. So they're going to treat that sell side as counterparty to their smart money buying. So they're accumulating in the Judas swing. The drop down here just goes into this area here where the liquidity is. So we definitely want to be looking at previous day's session, not just any old high and low. The high and the lows between 1:30 and 4 o'clock New York local time. That's the PM session. That range, the highs and the lows, there's liquidity above and below it. If we're looking for higher prices, we definitely expect it to be running to the buy side. But at the opening, we expect, not always, but we anticipate a run lower, that Judas swing, that every Tom, Dick, and Harry on social media are going to chase that. They're going to think it's breaking to new lows and it's going to keep going lower. No. It's only running down there to take sellers into the marketplace, and they're going to buy them. And then the market runs to buy side. Now, you could be a trader that simply takes this order here as a long, as a turtle soup. Now, admittedly, this takes a great deal of conviction. It probably won't be the first thing you reach for learning from me. In fact, it took a lot of time for me to trust that idea of buying below old lows and selling above old highs for entries, not targets. It's easy to do it for a target, but it's entirely different. It takes an entire paradigm shift in your thinking to go into the marketplace and anticipate that as an entry. But it can be done, and it takes time. How you get there is you study old moves like this and you journal them. But your model could simply be wait for the sell side in the previous PM session range. If you're bullish, that's your buy. If you're going in, that means that you're expecting the weekly range to expand higher. A draw on liquidity higher on the weekly time frame. We covered all that stuff in the previous discussions. But going down into liquidity like this when we're bullish, we would reasonably expect it to run for what? The buy side. Where? What buy side? What high are you looking at, ICT? That one right there. Why? Because it's inside the range between 1:30 and 4 o'clock. How, pray tell, is that complicated? It's not complicated. And I've taught this ad nauseum over and over and over again. But you're not listening. So I'm taking you by the hand tonight, right into the charts. That way everything is perfectly laid out for you. You have absolutely zero excuses. You have no excuses now to know what I'm anticipating. What range am I looking at? I'm not hiding it from you, folks. I want you to succeed. I really, really want you to succeed. And if you can't learn it from tonight's lesson, I don't know how to do it better than this one. Okay. Going further into the day, now we're considering a full 24-hour rotation. Okay, so over the course of 24 hours, what is the mind of ICT? What are the inner musings of Inner Circle Trader? I'm going through the process of going through this very routine right here. I look at PM session range. If it's not a factor, or it's not to be considered because we're not in close proximity to that range, because we could be significantly higher or lower around 9:30. So what am I looking for then? If I'm not close to PM session, previous PM session 1:30 PM to 4 PM range, at the time of 9:30 at the opening bell, and I'm watching that next 30 minutes, which is the opening range, what am I going to look for then next if it's not that? I'm looking at the London session raid. That means I'm going to be looking at the range between 2 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning, New York local time. Now again, tell me, is that complicated? No, simple. So in your charts, you want to be annotating what those levels are. Now you can do it like this here, where I have actual annotations that I hand draw. I don't have a indicator thing that plots them for me. I prefer the high touch over high tech. It means I'm putting some thought into it. I get closer to the marketplace by doing that and sharing it with you.
Stop wasting your time with methods like e-commerce, trading, and SMMA. If you're serious about making money online, then you need to learn to...
$3.1 million views. The introduction, 343,000 for the last video. That's how you know people just fall off, innit? Oh yeah, let me watch the, I'm gonna do this, and then everyone's just fucked off. I'm watching this thing all the way through. Maybe not the whole video, not the whole mentorship, but I think it's time I actually watch it, because I've never actually watched any of the mentorships.
All right, folks, how you doing? Hope everybody's doing well.
So let's go.
This is just a kind of like a prep to get your mindset correct on what's coming in 2 days on the YouTube channel. I want you to understand going forward that obviously you all are familiar with my moniker. I've dubbed myself the Demo Baller, and I've always taught through the medium of a demo account for my own protection. And I've had students come into my fold and question whether or not it was something that could work in live accounts, because they themselves couldn't make it work in either a demo or paper trading, because either they could not find it in themselves to submit to the process and the time required for their own individual development, or they rushed and did things foolishly outside of the instructions that I provide in mentoring. So there's a small faction of individuals on the internet that believe that these things that I teach don't work in a live account. And it's never really been an interest in me really to see people fall over me and believe everything I say. I've challenged everyone to put the things I teach to test. See if the things I'm teaching you are in fact in the marketplace. Do they deliver more times than not? Does it provide you a way of finding consistency over a week, not every single day perfection, because I can't provide that. I don't even trade perfectly like that. No trader can, no teacher can provide 100% accuracy. But the way I teach and the way you'll see me mentoring on this channel in 2 days is look at the characteristic that all of you are going to have to really assume, okay? Because I can lay the things, it's your job to study mental.
Okay, he's not even, alright, okay. I can see why people maybe didn't watch the whole thing of the first episode.
All right, folks. Well, we're here. So technically, this is the first teaching. I gave you guys an introduction video, obviously. If you haven't watched that one yet, go to the playlist on my YouTube channel. And please watch that one, because it'll help at least establish the, in my opinion, the proper expectations. That way you understand what you're getting involved with here. And at least it gives me a chance to kind of like break the ice and show you the contrast of what you may be expecting versus what I intend to deliver. All right, so this first installment is going to be elements to a trade setup. All right, so coming out of the gate, I just want to let you know that this is predominantly going to be a futures index trading mentorship, okay? The idea is going to be presented in the scope of paper trading on tradingview.com. But what you're looking at here, this is Thinkorswim's live data. These are actual executions I made today. And I want you to compare and contrast with what you see on YouTube and other educators where they'll...
Stop wasting your time with technical analysis or measuring candles.
Tout that they can do this and they can do that, but really I want you to compare and contrast what you see here. All right, so we're looking at intraday price action for NASDAQ E-mini futures. And this is actually the main focus of this mentorship, okay? I believe that this market is worth studying. I believe it is not just limited to NASDAQ, but I believe it's useful to learn as a trader that views obviously the E-mini S&P, the E-mini Dow future, and the E-mini NASDAQ. Now, E-mini NASDAQ is a little bit faster, a little bit more aggressive, and even with that, you can still trade it. So I want you to think about what it means to watch price action and understand what it's likely to do before it does it. Now, I'm not promising you're going to be able to do that right out of the gate. What I'm going to show you is the compare and contrast to how I can trade versus what I'm promising to teach you in this mentorship, how to find specific setups in your demo account, okay, or your paper trading account. I'm not trying to entice you to trade with live funds, okay, so that way we know this going in. The teachings will be predominantly through the scope of TradingView.com's paper trading module, or just hindsight data. Now, I already know some of you are, oh, here we go, the hindsight guy. Well, what you're looking at here is actually live executions from today, okay? And I want you to think about if you were able to trade a micro account and you were trading the NASDAQ and you were able to capture just one of these moves. Which one would you like to learn how to find? Obviously, you probably look at this and think, well, I'd like to do all of them. But I want you to think about which one really stands out off the entire chart. And this is a 1 minute chart. Which one really stands out? And I'll give you a moment. You can pause the video and unpause it when you're ready. Some of you folks never, ever pause it. All right, so obviously we can see how the market moves from here. Okay, 2 orders executed here. Whenever you see this, this is actually a reversal. So if there is a trade on long, it'll reverse and take you the other direction. Okay, and then this one here, this is a reversal as well. Then another close, and then another long entry, the exit, a short entry, and then the cover. Okay, I'd like for you to consider what it would take for you to find consistency and how many handles, how many full handle moves in an index futures contract that would satisfy you. When I say a handle, that's essentially 4 ticks, the minimum fluctuation in these markets. An example would be if you were trading the E-mini S&P and you were trading obviously the 4450 level and you went long. If it went to 4451, that's a full handle, okay, or 4 ticks, or 4 times $12.50 or $50 per handle. The NASDAQ is $20 per handle. So it's slightly different, but it's faster. It moves a lot more handles, a lot more aggression. Now, it doesn't always move faster. Sometimes we'll have a lethargic price action in this indice or another out of the 3. That would be the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Dow.
Hey, quick, come here. Let me tell you a secret. Did you know it takes, on average, just 3 months if somebody lost?
I personally don't trade the Dow that much, but there's a lot of my students that love trading the YM. But YM is the symbol for the futures contract. And these 3 markets have the luxury for you that may not have the capability to put up to like $17,000 margin if you were going to trade one full contract of the NASDAQ futures. Most brokers, unless you're using a discount broker, they're going to require you to have deep pockets in the sense that you're going to have about $17,000 and about $12,500 for an E-mini S&P full futures contract. Okay, you take basically a fraction of that, and you can trade a micro on each one of these markets. But obviously, it reduces the number of the tick multiplier because you're trading with a lot less technically leverage. So I'm going to get into all that, but I just kind of like want to begin the conversation informally, but also to kind of like show you what it is that I do versus what other people do. Okay, so I'm not trying to, point my finger at anyone in particular, but if you look around on YouTube, there are people out there that try to make a big stink about themselves, and they'll try to show results that may or may not be real. I'm not here to disparage that. They could be actually trading a live account. I don't personally care. But anyone that trades on Thinkorswim, they can recognize this chart right away. I posted a results and updated reflection on the Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade account, and it's on my community tab. I promise I won't beat you up too much with the community tab, but that's my way of reaching out to you. So if you subscribe to the channel, and then when you subscribe to the channel, you want to toggle all notifications. You want to click that little, I think it's like a bell icon, and then all notifications. That way, anytime I post on my community tab, it'll let you know. Otherwise, it won't let you know. So it's my replacement to Twitter, which in my opinion sucks. So if we look at the ebb and flow of all this here, where the market's trading up, and between here and here, it's not a small number of handles. It's a pretty respectful amount of handles. It's not a couple, it's not a handful. And then up here, it's a reversal, and then it comes back down, and I buy it back here in reverse. So I'm selling short here, and I'm buying long here. 740 to 720, that's 20 handles. Going long here at 720, I'm abbreviating the number just for brevity's sake. Getting out at 732, 12 handles. Then going long here, 756, and then getting out at 784 and a half. Then going short at 798 and covering at 675. So I'll ask you, which one of these trades do you think is the one that you want to learn? Again, putting all aside the idea that you probably want to do all of these, but I'm not promising you that, okay? I'm going to take you into how to find this setup here. Notice the number of handles. I'm not promising you're going to get this many handles, but the setups and the logic behind it will help you find these types of frameworks. Framework is the foundation to a trading model. So you have to have an understanding of what it is you're looking for. And that's really the only thing I'm introducing tonight is the idea of what it is I'm promising to educate you with, so that way you can go in and find these setups on your own. You will not need to be a slave to some kind of black box system. You don't need to be a part of some kind of signal generating gimmick. You don't need to be a part of a signal service. You can find these on your own, independent. That's exactly what I'm trying to frame in all of my students. I do that with my mentorship students that paid me for education. Now here you are in my YouTube channel. I'm telling you the same thing. I'm teaching independence. That way you're not requiring any hand-holding by me. Once you understand the rules and you go through the processes and things I'm going to teach you how to practice with, you will not need anything except for the chart itself. That's it. And that's how, in my opinion, and you can argue with this if you want, but I could care less if you could. Any of you would challenge the idea that independent thinking is not the best way of doing it. You want to be able to be unshackled, okay? And if you're part of a signal service, or if you're part of a approach that requires you to use a black box system, you're kind of held captive, aren't you? So if you look at this chart is clean, except for these little bubbles that actually show you the transactions. You don't really get any kind of, well, distortion from your reading of price action. I don't have a lot of graffiti on the chart, okay? But the main takeaway here is I want you to understand that I don't hunt for 3 to 5 handles and consider that legendary, okay? Now, can you be profitable if you take high frequency trades and you do those types of trades? Absolutely, that's what algos do. Algorithms do that. But I'm trying to show you, by contrast, that there is a way that you can find setups that are outside that parameter of very small little handles and doing lots of contracts. So if you're looking at this here, and this was, say, you're trading, and you're trading a NASDAQ micro account, you're not making a lot of money on these swings, okay? I'm not making a lot of money on these swings, but I'm able to find these swings. And it's not these small little increments, okay? I'm going to teach you skill sets that focus primarily on this, okay? You want to find a nice price leg intraday. I'm not promising you how to buy, sell short, buy, sell short, buy, sell short. That's mine, okay? I'm not teaching that. And then somebody like, oh, you're a jerk, you're this, you're that, whatever. I didn't promise that. That's why I set the stage in the first introduction video, so that way we know what it is I'm teaching you. If any one of you here don't want to learn how to take this type of trade, you're welcome to not continue and turn this video off and go watch whoever, okay? But I think if you give it a chance, you'll find some amazing things that bring clarity to reading price action. All right, so we're looking at the NASDAQ futures March delivery contract, and this is a TradingView chart. And if you've never used TradingView.com, the way you would pull this symbol up is NQH2022, okay? And this is a weekly chart. And I want you to think about each week before the new trading week begins, preferably on the weekend, okay? The idea is you want to try to get a read on what you think that next weekly candle is going to do. Is it going to go higher or is it going to go lower? You're not trying to predict the close of the weekly candle. That's important, okay? You just want to see, before this weekly candle opened up, all we had was this indecisive candle, okay? Do you think that this candle that would have formed and opened here is more likely to go higher or lower? Obviously, with the benefit of hindsight here, but I can tell you, all of my students know we've been looking for lower prices, and I'll just give you a quick short list as the reasons why. Number one, seasonality. Okay, seasonal tendencies, it tends to go down around this time anyway. We also have discussions about how the Fed's going to raise interest rates. The stock market does not like that. We're also in earnings season. There's a lot of volatility because of earnings, and those factors, plus the underlying tone of the marketplace, which I'll show you when we get into the daily chart, it just, well, it's heavy. And this is where it was going to draw to, okay? Did I expect this entire range to be delivered in 1 week? No, that's not important. The point is I'm expecting the weekly candle to expand on the lower end, okay, or go down and gravitate towards this low, which it hasn't broken yet, but I think that's what we're probably going to aim for on Sunday's opening going into Monday's trading. So that's where I think it's drawing to. And that's the component I want you to focus on with your analysis. What is the market likely to draw to? When I say draw to, think of it as price being a paper clip, okay? And then you have this magnetic impulse that specific price levels and seasonality, okay, will put on price. It'll cause price to gravitate towards certain levels. And the measure of speed and magnitude that it moves to get to these levels, you learn that over experience. That's not something I can transfer. It's something you have to practice and see and study, and you get a rhythm for it, okay? Every educator knows what I mean by that, and every student that's been trained successfully by any other educator will not understand exactly what I mean by that. You just get a feel for it. It's experience. There's no way of defining it outside of that.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20.
In the early stages of your development, you want to at least try to focus your attention on where that weekly candle is going to do. Now, here's the thing. It may start the first half of the week, or maybe just one day, expand lower. And if you get it set up in that, that's it. You're done. That's how you start working towards consistency. No student ever should try to trade every single session, every single day, because the only thing you're doing is building an expectation that you're going to be able to do this every single day profitably. And then if you do get a run of profitability, as soon as you get a losing trade, it's going to blow your mind, and you're going to want to correct it quickly, and you're going to start making irrational decisions.
and then you enter that loser cycle I've talked about many times in the YouTube channel. So the only thing you're looking for is a likely movement higher or lower based on the weekly candle. Okay, that's all you're doing. That sets your initial bias for the week. On the daily chart, you're looking for swing highs and swing lows to get your liquidity, and majority of your trading and the draw on liquidity, what makes the market go higher or lower, it's predominantly found on this time frame. Okay, so majority of your analysis should really be linked to this time frame right here. You have to have an assumption whether you're going to be expecting that weekly candle to expand higher or lower. That's your weekly bias. But then you have to go into the daily chart and figure out basically where you are in the grand scheme of things on that weekly range expanding higher or lower. Because we're looking for lower prices and we're looking for weakness, the expectation is we want to see every short-term low, like this would be a short-term low, this will be a short-term low, and underneath those lows is going to be sell stops. Okay, that's liquidity. When I say learn to start looking for where the market's going to draw to, it's drawing to one of two things. Okay, it's drawing to stops, which is liquidity, or it's running to an imbalance. Now, what's that mean? Above old highs, buy stops. Below old lows, sell stops. Imbalances is something like this over here, where you have one single candle pass higher, and the previous candle's high is here, and the next candle's low is here. So it only went up one candle, nothing moved down to overlap with that same delivery on that price candle there. So in other words, that's an imbalance. It's only going higher and nothing else is here to offset that and efficiently deliver price on the opposite end. Now, you probably heard of the theory, auction theory, okay? And folks hear me try to communicate some of these things and they'll run away with, oh, he's just talking about auction theory. And it's not. Just like when they see me do a rectangle or a box on a chart, and you'll see one in this video, it's not supply and demand. Okay, it's just what it is. You'll see it and you'll know right away after you've been with me for a couple weeks that this is entirely unique and there's nothing else like it. And I'm certain the majority of you are going to fall in love with this model. So we're looking for lower prices. We're looking for an expansion. I'm using the benefit of hindsight, but I can promise you again, this was discussed. We were looking for lower prices in my paid group. And if I did not say that, I have a lot of students that are making YouTube channels. They are welcome to come out and say I'm a liar. So we're looking at the daily chart. We're going to drop down into the hourly chart. Okay, now what I have here is a framework for looking at the weekly range on an hourly chart. So all I did was beginning on midnight New York time, Monday's candle, and then Friday's close, and then the beginning of Friday's trading at midnight. Okay, now what I'm delineating here is the fact that we had a nice sell-off on Thursday, and the market went into consolidation overnight. Notice what happens here on Friday. This is that old low in the daily chart. That's what we're thinking or assuming that it's going to draw to, because that daily chart, there's lots of liquidity. And large fund traders, large institutional traders, institutional mindset investors will be looking at these old lows and old highs. And liquidity providers will be looking to take business in around these same levels. So if we know that this level down here is the old daily low, and again, I'm going to take it back up to the chart on the daily chart. That's this low right here, okay? By dropping down into the hourly chart, that level is here. All I'm doing is transposing those daily levels right to this hourly chart. The entire week has been bearish. Okay, it's been going lower since the beginning. Then we had consolidation in here. The market creates this short-term high and this short-term low. What rests above that short-term high? If you've taken notes and been paying attention, it's buy stops. What's resting below this low here? Sell stops. Watch closely. The market trades down initially and takes out the sell stops. Why would it do that first? This is inducing shorts. Okay, so it engineers liquidity. Even if the idea is that they want to take the market down to this level, if it's been consolidating, I like to see them do this type of move here, where it drops down first. It's kind of like a sucker play. Anybody that has a sell stop below here, they want to sell on weakness, they're going to get tripped into the marketplace. So now they're triggered in short. And then they start doing a run against those traders and against those that were already short from this high. So what are they doing? The market's being driven higher, and the algorithm's going to attack that buy stop liquidity pool. Why would they want to do that? Number one, it's going to punish those individuals here that went short. When it drives above this high here, it sends all those buy stops into market orders, flooding the marketplace. That gives a huge influx of willing buyers at a high price, which is the perfect counterparty to smart money that wants to sell at a high price. Remember, the market wants to go down here. So when it drives up to here, those buy stops are the counterparty or the other side of a smart money trader that's wanting to go short, because they're going to sell short. They got to sell it to somebody who wants to buy it at a high price. That's why the market does this. Okay. In your notes, you want to record anytime a significant price move lower is expected, always anticipate some measure of a stop hunt on buy stops or a short-term high being taken out. Obviously, it's reversed when you're looking for higher prices. Generally, you'll see a short-term low taken out and sell stops taken before you see a very pronounced rally higher. Don't take my word for it. Go through to your charts and you'll see it's actually occurring almost on a daily basis. So we're going to drop down into a 15-minute time frame. So that same old low level down here, and that high I just mentioned on the hourly chart and the low on the hourly chart is now been defined with a small little line segment. Okay, so we have a trend line here and a trend line here. That's the extent of a trend line. That's it. I only use them to highlight to my students. These levels are not on my chart. I'm watching a naked chart. Okay. You, while you're developing, you should have these levels drawn out on your chart because it helps you build and ingrain the idea that this is where liquidity is. It keeps you focused on that because it's easy to look at all these candles forming if you have the luxury of watching it in live, and you can lose sight of where you are. And once you lose your bearings, it's really confusing. And this helps you keep those bearings in mind. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mentioned how the market dropped down initially, and that takes the sell stops out. So sell side liquidity has been attacked. Traders are now tripped in going short if they sold on a break, trying to be a breakout artist. And then the algorithms go right back up to an area where it's been cleanly delivered relative equal highs. See how this high here, right before it dropped, is basically the same high here. Notice that? So retail traders see this and they trust it as what? Resistance. So the books always say, put your buy stop, if you're going to go short, right above a clear level of resistance. Well, these levels work for a short period of time, but majority of the time you see this event right here. And this is how I teach my students to go in there and look for those types of events, because what did I just tell you moments ago about looking for significant price moves? Before there's a significant price move of any real magnitude or importance, generally there's going to be a stop hunt that takes place right before that price delivery occurs. So what does it look like? You have relative equal highs, this high and this high. The market goes up when we're what? We're expecting lower prices on that weekly chart. We're on the last day of the week. It's already been heavy. It's weak. And the only thing it's been doing is consolidate. And the first thing it did was broke out to the downside, tripping what? Traders in a breakout to go short. So now they have traders caught on the wrong side, offside, and now they want to take the market up here, where those buy stops are going to be resting for those that were smart enough to sell short here or here and didn't get out below here. So the larger pool of liquidity is going to be resting here because it's in sync with the downtrend, and everybody that was short the day before, they seen this high form, and once it broke below this low here, they all rushed and trailed their stop loss right above that. And I understand if you're new and you think, well, this is easy to explain in hindsight, but I wanted to remind you, go back and look at the first slide I showed you. Those were actual entries. That's a live account through Thinkorswim. Charles Schwab, that was the clearing firm that did the brokers side of the business, okay? So I'm not showing you a demo account. I'm not showing you paper trading. Those were real entries. Okay, they were real reversals, the whole business. But the main thing was I showed you that larger trade. This is going to be the framework that I'm teaching you how to find it. Okay, but this pool of liquidity, once this occurs, you want to drop down to your lower time frames and start looking for something specific. And let's go into those lower time frames and find out what that is. Okay, here's a 2-minute chart. Why a 2-minute chart? Well, 2 minute, 1 minute, or 3 minute, or 5. 5 minutes still has a lot of room for imbalances to occur underneath that time frame. And what do I mean by that? The 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute chart tends to be the best for finding the imbalances for indices. Okay, don't take my word for that. Okay, if you're looking for high frequency setups intraday, the 1, 2, or 3 minute chart are just beautiful. They just offer a real good clarity. The reason why, because the high frequency trading algorithms are operating on nothing really higher than 3 minutes. Majority of the time, they're like seconds. Okay, 15 second, 30 second, 45 second, 60 second intervals. Okay, and what they're looking for are these small little imbalances. And what does that look like? Well, we have that run on the buy stops here. Okay, remember that old high here, the old high here, old high here. It runs right on through that. Once this occurs on that higher time frame, 15-minute time frame,
Waterhouse Gardens is one of the most exciting projects Manchester has ever seen. Located in the M3 city centre post.
you want to drop down to the lower time frames. And I'm using the 2-minute chart because this is exactly what I was using to find that imbalance and trade off of it. Okay. The market creates a short-term low here, and then it breaks below that. This is key. This is called a break in market structure. Now, the foundations and underlying framework is we're in a market that's what? Weekly bearish. We're expecting that weekly candle to expand lower. It's been expanding all week. So we have momentum on our side. We have a consolidation that's occurred, and we had a pool of liquidity engineered with these relative equal highs, and the market broke out to the downside first, and then they ran on the highs. So once it went here, we don't rush in there and just go short because it went above the old highs. We're looking for some specific signature that tips its hand to you, okay? And I promise you, when you start going through your charts, and it's going to be homework for you, you're going to see this occurring almost every single day. And if it's not doing it this way, it's doing it the opposite direction as a buy, okay? Again, don't take my word for it. You're going to be flabbergasted. You like that? Flabbergasted when you see how many times this thing forms every single week, okay? It's many times throughout the intraday charts it creates this type of move. But it runs the stops, then we have a short-term low, and then it breaks below it. So now we have a break in market structure, okay? Once this low is broken, you're going to look for this little area here. That's that imbalance I mentioned in the beginning, right? So what's happening is the market's going to go right up inside that area there, and that's where you want to sell. Now, if you don't sell there, you can drop down to a lower time frame 1-minute chart. If this was a 3-minute chart, you can go down to a 1-minute chart and look for that to occur on that time frame as well. And it many times will form if you're looking at a lower time frame, like say this was a 5-minute chart, and you looked at a 1-minute chart, you'd find one down in here. It's a matter of scaling down in your time frames, because once you have an underlying premise to the market now likely to go lower, it becomes an easy thing to look for these types of things. So in your chart, once you're developing this idea and learning it, you're going to highlight this candle's low, this candle's high, and this right here is what I teach my students as a fair value gap. Okay, you don't have those in books. Okay, you don't have any of that kind of stuff out there. It's something I introduced back in 2016, and obviously a lot of people discovered how good it is, and they try to make courses with it. But I'm gonna not touch that right here. But the idea is once it go up into that imbalance there, and once it does that, as soon as it enters that area, the algorithm that delivers price. Now, some of you may not know what that means, and some of you may not even agree with it. You may think that this is made up or it's contrived. I promise you, if you spend time with this, you're going to quickly come to the conclusion that there absolutely is an algorithm, and it's manipulating the markets every single day, every single tick. It's completely controlled, okay, period. You're led to believe it's buying and selling pressure. Now, if I go back and use that analogy where it went down here first, then go up here, some of you may argue, see, that's the buying and selling pressure. No, it's not. It's liquidity. Now, you may argue and say, well, we're arguing semantics. No, I'm telling you what's going on. This is the logic. This is how these markets book. Okay? Once you see these patterns over and over and over again, it's very easy to execute on them. But the impulse to want to do it the first time you see it because you've watched this video, that is going to be problematic for you. So you're going to have to do a certain number of weeks and months of back testing. There's no escaping that. You have to do it. Any skill set, any teacher, educator, system, whatever, okay, whatever they're going to give you, there's going to be some kind of growing period where you have to trial and error, fix the problems that you have about yourself. And I've literally taken your attention to a very specific framework and setup. Notice that? Some of you may think I'm still talking too much, but I'm taking you right into the heart of the matter. This is what it looks like. This is what you're looking for, okay? These are the fingerprints of that setup. These repeat. So if you know what they are and what those components are that make up this setup, you'll be able to find them. But focus on the imbalance after the market structure breaks. So this big candle here, it breaks down. Look at the next candle. It opens and trades higher and stops right there. So from this candle's low and this candle's high, when this candle starts trading, as soon as it opens and it runs right up into that, that's a short. You can go right in there, sell short, be done. Now, where's your stop going to be? Well, you can put it above this high here, or you can put it above this candle's high, whichever your risk parameters allow for, okay? If you're trading the micro, which is, again, it's not a lot of money per tick, so the multiplier for that is very, very small. If you trade the larger full futures contract, and if it moves 100 points, and they can do it real quick, it can burn you pretty bad. So you may have the leverage to trade with a discount broker. Okay, you may have the initial margin to trade with a discount broker, but you may not have the wherewithal and the skill set to navigate this market. And that's the only thing I'm trying to provide here as an alternative, because there's a lot of individuals out there that will promote the idea that you can go out there with a discount broker and just clean up. Yeah, if you know what you're doing. But you don't need a discount broker to be profitable. Okay? Looking at this further, we're going to look at the logic in here. And I want you to think about after this forms and you see that as your choice setup or entry. If it starts to move lower, you can still get in it. There's no reason not to think that you can't get in it here or in here. It's close to or in close proximity to where that area is as an entry. Once we take out a low, though, once that occurs, then it becomes a matter of your chasing price. And if you try to get in, especially if you use a market order, you may see it trade right to this low and say, okay, now I believe it's going to go down. You put a market order and sell short, and then slippage gets you down here. And that creates a larger area of risk that you have to assume, and it's problematic. You want to learn to trust going short when the market's going higher, and that feels scary at first. But once you start seeing this pattern form, it becomes easy to trust it. And in fact, you want to be doing that. You want to be selling short, expecting lower prices right when the candle's going up. And retail traders can't grasp that many times. It's just like, it goes against the logic because they think, I got to have confirmation. All the books say I have to have confirmation. And that's somebody that's coming in late. That's someone that doesn't know how to read price. They can't really follow it. And usually they're the people that will trade short with additional sell stops. They'll put sell stops below the marketplace, and then that's the momentum entry for them. And it's kind of like a no-brainer. In fast markets, it works. But if you don't know what you're doing, and you try to do that in a market that's consolidating or about to reverse, it hands you your backside. Okay, so if you're looking at this framework here, and we've taken the buy stops, we have our entry pattern here, what would you be looking for as a downside objective? Well, I'm going to teach you the liquidity matrix. Okay, and sounds pretty cool, sounds neat and all that, but watch what it is. This here is your range. This is the low of the day, and this is the high of the day thus far. So if we take that range and split it from the low to the high to get the midpoint, all of this can be determined by a simple 50 level on a Fibonacci. So you drag your fib from this high down to that low or vice versa and have your 50 level highlighted. Then that's your inside objective here. So if you're looking at this framework here, and we've taken the buy stops, we have our entry pattern here, what would you be looking for as a downside objective? Well, I'm going to teach you the liquidity matrix, okay? And sounds pretty cool, sounds neat and all that, but watch what it is. This here is your range. This is the low of the day, and this is the high of the day thus far. So if we take that range and split it from the low to the high to get the midpoint, all of this can be determined by a simple 50 level on a Fibonacci. So you drag your fib from this high down to that low or vice versa and have your 50 level highlighted. Then anything above that 50 level, this is referred to from an algorithmic stance as a premium market. It means it's expensive. Now markets can stay in a premium for a while and not go to a discount, which would be below the 50 point. Okay, 50%, anything down here is a discount. If you're bearish, if you're ever going short, you want to look at the previous range. Where are you at inside that range? So when this formed here, that little fair value gap, once that formed, you're thinking, okay, we are in a premium, so algorithms will want to go to a discount. That's the opposing side of the marketplace. So if it's going short here, it's driving the market lower. What does that mean? The algorithm is going to start pricing lower. You can have all the buyers in the world come in. If the algorithm is in a sell program and it's going lower, it does not matter. It's going to reprice lower and lower and lower. And then what will happen is those buyers that may come in with a huge influx of volume, they're going to get crushed and they get squeezed. You ever hear that term? Oh, this is a bear squeeze. This is a bull squeeze. All that is an excuse for them not to know why the algorithm's doing what it's doing. That's it. That's all it is. It's an out. Okay? I'm telling you, this is what's really going on. So the market's moving from this premium high, this specific entry point, to a level below the 50 of this range, this low and this high. Now, I want you to, again, go back and rewind the video once we're done and look at that execution page where I showed you my entries going back and forth, up and down, and where I got out at, where I got in at, okay? I want you to think about what below this level here, the 50 level, what is resting below here? Sell stops. So now think about the idea of someone like you and I that would see this ideal entry as a short. We have to sell to get in that short. How do we get out of that short? We got to buy it back or cover it by buying. Well, we're going to find willing sellers at a low price relative to this point here. They're willing already sitting down there with their sell stops right below that low. Now, look closely. What else resides right near that low? Do you see it? Pause the video before I show it to you because it kind of ruins the experience. Because if you find it and I don't tell it, it feels good. Right there is that imbalance I mentioned. Okay, it's only one single candle passing up, and the previous candle's high and the next candle's low. That area right there is an imbalance. From this area here, it went down below the 50 level and attacked these sell stops and completely closed in this imbalance. So every point of this candle's high to this candle's low, that range with the candle only going up, that's a buy side imbalance. It has to have an equal delivery to be efficiently priced and booked by the algorithm. It goes down and completely closes it back in with down movement. Notice the candle on this here, it opens and then trades down. So it fulfills its role of balancing the buy side offering, now the sell side offering. So that is an efficiently delivered price move. Precision elements from the entry here down to here. Everything else after that for the rest of the day, I didn't care about. Even though I had an objective of that old daily low, I wasn't expecting it to run into it this particular day. And that's why I didn't participate anymore the rest of the day. In hindsight, I wish I would have left a small position on and just let it go. But you're going to have that. You're never going to be right about everything all the time, every single day. You're going to leave things on the table. You're going to get in too early. You're going to hold too long. You're not going to buy enough or you're not going to sell enough. There's always going to be some reasons why you didn't do something right. So don't beat yourself up about it, okay? But if you can find elements like this repeating in the price action, can you agree with me that that is amazing precision? And this is the logic I used to do that trade, the very trade that I showed you that was the largest one in the example of saying which one would you rather learn how to do. I basically just handed you an ATM machine, okay? This repeats every single week. Every single week. Now, I want you to count the number of the handles in this move. Let's say you got in at, say you got in at 800, 14,800. It started to go down, you trust it. Okay, we're going to go short. Ideally, you want to enter as it goes into that, but it's going to take time for you to trust that. But let's say you got in at 14,800. If you got out down here, like I did, I exited as it went right to the top of that range, right here. This range here, that's the top of it. Once it went below that, that was it for me. That closed the trade. Is that 5 handles? Is that 10 handles? Is that 20 handles? Is that 30 handles? Is that 50 handles? No. It's over 100 and some. Now.
I was going to say 200, but...
If you give me 20 seconds, I will guarantee that you sign 20 clients. How? Well, I'm going to help you use the exact...
Let's assume for a moment that you get good at this, or I get the inclination that I want to go to some kind of a deep discount broker. And I go in and I do trades like this, and I'm putting on 15 to 25 full futures contracts. What do you think the results are going to be? Yep. So, not everything is going to be easy right away. And you're not going to be able to see these things happen just because you sit in front of the charts. You have to study and you have to practice. And by experience of looking at old moves and watching real price action as best as you can. If you can't watch it live, TradingView has a replay button where you can watch the candles kind of form, but they're a little stilted because it's not completely painting the candle, okay? And you can't practice with entering like that. You can only just study how price moved and gravitated towards certain levels. It's the best thing you can have. If you at least consider doing that much, that's good. But if you really want to take it to the next level, and say you're running a business, or if you're going to school, or you have a job, and you can't watch the time frame around the opening of the index futures, and I like watching it around 8:30 in the morning, New York local time, to 11 o'clock. There's usually a setup in there that I'm going to be able to find. Obviously, you've seen I did multiple setups and executions today, but the point is this: that's like that sweet little spot in the morning that I focus on. I teach that in this YouTube channel. I teach it in my paid mentorship group. So you're getting real stuff here. It's not something that was contrived. I didn't just make it up because this day worked out in my favor. My students recognize these things also, and these are simple elements that repeat. What you're looking for is a run on liquidity, buy stops or sell stops. If you're bearish, you're looking for buy stops to be ran. Then a break in market structure, lower, a short-term low being broken. That's what it looks like right here. Short-term swing low. We have a candle high. A candle higher to the left with its low here. Then you have the low of this candle, and the next candle's higher low than this one. So you have a swing low formed. If you have that, and then you have a break below that, if it happens that creates a gap like this, that's what you're looking for. When it trades up into that, you can go short. Or if you want to use sell stops, you can use a sell stop in this candle here, and just let it trip you in, and then use the high of that candle as your stop. That may be too wide for you, but I mentioned the logic around this is you're using a micro. Okay, micros aren't that big of a deal. It's not a lot of money. Okay, you're not risking a full futures leverage. It's very, very small. So if you're looking at these types of setups, and you can find them forming repeatedly over and over and over again, and you study them, you're going to see that you don't need to get these little 5 handle moves, these little 10 handle moves. You can make a living doing that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that people cannot be profitable and wildly profitable. But when you learn how to do something like this, and you're able to pull down this number of handles, and then you have sound money management, nothing compares to it, folks. These are the things that I use when you watched when I was on Twitter and I ran up the demo accounts really high. These are the types of setups that I was using. These types of setups, and as the account grew, it was more demo account leverage. Well, I'm not using a demo account right now. I'm showing you with a Thinkorswim, and anybody that knows Thinkorswim, when I'm showing you those screenshots, The paper trading shows as orange. Everything on that page is orange. When it's a live account, it's green. Okay? Also, here's the rub. With a demo account, it's just demo. Okay? I'm not trying to promote the idea that you're going to get rich. Notice that account hasn't gone bonkers. It hasn't ran up to $1 million, because this mentorship is to hopefully inspire you to pick up a skill that, if you deem it useful and you decide at your own discretion and your own timing, and you assume that risk on your own, because I'm not going to tell you to do this, if you decide to get really good at this and you put money behind it, that's a skill set that could, I'm not promising, but it could alleviate some of the problems with what I believe is coming in terms of financial hardship, not just in America, but everywhere. Jobs are getting harder and harder to have. The economy's a mess. So how do we answer that? How do we get another income stream coming in? This is, in my opinion, this is one of the ways that you can at least investigate the idea of doing it. All right, so I'm going to give you some homework in closing. I want you to go through all of the E-mini futures contract charts, okay? Just like I showed you here. These time frames, go back and look at the presentation and see what the time frames I gave you. Listen to what I gave you in terms of audio commentary. That is enough. In fact, I gave you a ton. And it may have your head spinning if you're brand new to me, or if you're brand new to technical analysis or trading. You may feel like, man, this is too fast. Do not send me an email. I promise you the lessons I have planned will help eliminate and answer majority of the things you're going to ask. Just try to study and keep up with the pace that I'm going to put you through, which isn't going to be all that bad. But as we progress deeper into the teachings, many of the questions that are going to come up, or when you start going into the homework assignment, where you're looking at old data, an intraday chart is anything less than a daily chart. So like a 4-hour chart, that's intraday. 1-hour chart, that's intraday. 5-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute, all those time frames are intraday. What you're going to be looking for are breaks in market structure after a pool of liquidity. Okay, buy stops or sell stops have been taken in an opposing direction of your weekly expected range. In other words, are you expecting higher prices or lower prices on the weekly range? So if you're looking for lower prices, your focus is on a run above an old high. Once that forms, then you're looking for a break in market structure on a lower time frame. Once that occurs and you have an imbalance, that's your trigger. Okay? And then you split that range that was created, find out where the 50% is, and then if you're selling short, you want to find something like an old low or an imbalance to aim for as your target. And you want to get the closest target. Don't try to get fancy and say, okay, well, I think it's going to go down to that lowest low, and try to use that for your exit. Because sometimes these markets can deny you that. So low-hanging fruit is how I teach. You want to have the easiest target and then allow the market to go farther and you just not be a part of it. It's okay. Is 125, 130 handles in an index not good enough? I think it's good enough, but I'm probably just biased. But the homework assignment is, again, you're going through the charts using the logic I framed in this introduction lesson, looking for break in market structure. I also have lessons in this YouTube channel that talks about market structure breaks and things like that. And then you're going to look for the imbalance in price, which is that fair value gap. Then you're going to determine where an opposing high or low resides, then log and backtest the number of handles you see in hindsight examples. In other words, how much did it offer? And you're going to get a collection of doing that. The next lesson, I'm actually going to show you how to go back into the charts and look for them, how to log them in your journal, and give you more insights about how you can find these setups that repeat every single week. Okay, so again, I'm going to build on this foundation in the next episode. The next episode will be next Tuesday, and the time upload will be 10 o'clock New York local time. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Until I talk to you next time, I wish you good luck and good trading.
Lovely jubbly. Now, I probably have an undiagnosed case of ADHD. I'll be so real. I used to fuck around so much. That was literally my theory. I cannot sit still in a classroom, but when watching ICT and things that are actually valuable and I'm interested in, you guys just saw right there, I sat still for the whole thing. I move around sort of sometimes because, yeah, but I know it's nothing impressive. It's around an hour. I'm telling you now, yeah. Fucking hell. But I need a break. I'm gonna go over that. That is literally the exact setups I trade every single day. You see there, this is the exact same. This is the exact thing he's talking about, and it happens, bro. So it fucking happens. So what I'll probably do is well, I'm very hungry. I've been live since 6:30. It's currently 9. So what I can do is every single day I will go over. We will watch an hour of each episode of the 2022 mentorship. Everyone who's in the live right now, you guys can join me, and we will watch it every single day, and we'll see if you guys, you know, you don't have the motivation to watch it yourself, hop on the live, watch it with me, because it could be getting techie. But I think watching this will completely change everything, because I've watched ICT videos, but I never could deep down be bothered to watch the whole thing, because I hear people saying this and that, like, oh, it's a load of waffle, you know, there's no point, and I believe them. But what I don't like to do nowadays is I don't like to rely on other people. You know, once people are gone, they're gone, and at the end of the day, you gotta trust your own instinct, and you gotta find out things for yourself, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I do not care what anyone says or whatever this guy is saying. I'm just gonna listen to every single word and write down, you know, the things that are, you know, the key shit. So yeah, we'll be back. I'm not sure about today because I'll be trading New York session. So we'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll hop on for like 6:30, 7 a.m. UK time. I can put a post out on the Discord. If you guys have not joined the Discord yet, it is in the bio of the stream. You can join that up. I will put a announcement on there and on YouTube as well. I'll put on the community, and we can just go through all the episodes. So then you guys, if you do miss out on watching the mentorship and you don't know where to find it, you can go on ICT's channel or just go on my live stream and I'll watch through the whole thing. And I'm also going through my charts as well, so you guys aren't just seeing his chart, you can see my chart, or you can see right here. And yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this live, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. And hopefully, I don't think I'll be getting an upload out today, maybe, but the thing is, I'm trying to upload good quality videos, you know. That's why, you know, it's been like 3 days in between I've been uploading, but I've got some good content lined up for this weekend, so stay tuned. But I just don't want to drop boring ass videos for you guys, you know. If I'm going to drop videos, it got to be interesting, but I'll live stream every day, so that's no problem. So yeah, like I said again, 7 a.m, 6:30, 7 a.m, I'll announce on the Discord or the YouTube community, or I could also slap it on my Instagram as well. If you haven't followed my Instagram yet, it is just Ash10Hazard, just that on Instagram. Search that up, you'll find me. So yeah, I'm gonna eat the dirtiest meal of my life because I have not even eaten yet today, and I didn't eat last night because I was on my computer all day and my eyes are probably fried, and I needed a good night of sleep. I think I slept for about 10 hours last night. It was pretty insane. I haven't really been sleeping these last couple of nights. I don't know what it is, I just can't sleep. I always go to sleep around 11, 12, and then I wake up really early, you know. I'm more of a morning person, which I'd rather. I like after a certain time at night, I just can't work. I just switch off, and then in the morning, I'm straight on it. So, lovely stuff. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Love to everyone who's watching. Hope we can go on a good journey, learn the shit, learn the skill set, and make it out these fucking shithole countries. And I'll see you all in